Hey, what's going on, guys? Detro here, and I just got done watching some more stuff from the E3, the new E3 thing that just came out. It aired today, and Todd was there, and also watched a bunch of the other little documentaries like the IGN one, and there was another one too I watched. And I got a bunch of info here for y'all about what's going to be Fallout 76, how is it going to set up, how is it going to work, and I have a lot of details here to show you. Super excited about it, and let's just go ahead and get started here. Alright, the first thing I'm going to cover is mods. Are mods going to be in the game? Not at launch. When the game first launches and first gets out, there will not be mods, but Todd specifically said that there will be a modding community, and it will take place after so much time has passed and they complete. Because see, when you buy the game, pre-order, whatever, you get free updates for the rest of the game's tenure. That the rest, they're going to get free, just like Grand Theft Auto Online. You're going to get free updates, exactly like that. Now, the reason I started with that one is going to lead into my next thing. Single player. They will not be single player. As far as Todd said, there will not be single player at launch. That means, though, that he did say they are considering a private server, because all Fallout 76 is a big old. There's servers. There's dedicated Fallout servers by Bethesda that are going to be handling Fallout 76. Now, does that mean that there won't be possible single-ish kind of player in the future? Because this runs off of the Fallout 4 engine. So how they could actually do this is they could create a personal save game and then tweak some things, and then maybe you say, well, you want to play Fallout 76 for the rest of your life. Now, this is just speculation from me. This is not. This is just my opinion on how it could work. Because people have been playing, Fallout 3 for, how many has it been, 8 years now? And most online games don't last that long. Most of them don't. There's a few, like MTA, San Andreas, and stuff. They last for a long time. But besides that, what that means is, as of right now, when the game first launches, there will not be single player. You will go off, kind of like, I hate to compare this to it, but Fortnite. You'll go off solo, by yourself, into a world. And unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, but unfortunately, it's Bethesda's original ideas, but a lot of it has it's really similar to some of the stuff in Fortnite, like gameplay wise, and how game matchmaking and stuff works. So there's that, and that kind of bothers me. But they did say, and if we're gonna have mods, I'm sure there's gonna be like a part. They said they're considering it, but I'm pretty satisfied that there's going to be personal servers, single player servers. And they did say in the original E3, he did say that there will be, but then he kind of went back and retracted what he said today, so I'm still kind of confused on that. But there will eventually be single player personal servers, all by yourself game eventually. Not sure how that's going to work. At the end of this, I'll go back into it if I remember about how I think it could work, and it's probably not the best way to explain it, but I'll get back into that. Now, VATS. VATS has been confirmed. It will be in the game, but it's going to act a whole lot, because it's online. I mean, it'd be boring if you run up to somebody and then you put on VATS and everybody in the whole game's like slow motion or frozen. It could be a radius thing where you'll be in a circle, and then this part and those two players or 3 players will be in vats and it'll be slowed down for a second. But I think how it's going to work is I don't think it's actually going to slow down. I think it's going to be like a quick time event where you pick your limbs or whatever you want to shoot at on the player really fast and go, and then push it, and then you're going to shoot and they'll take the damage or get killed. That's the way I think it's going to work. But yes, VATS has been confirmed to be in the game, so that's good. Next, keep moving on here. Got a lot to cover. PvP. So what we know is all of the PvP in the game is going to be real people, player versus player. It's all going to be real people. There will be no human NPCs. That has been confirmed by Todd himself. That is what I've gotten out of all this, and there will be no NPCs. But he did say that there's a good possibility there will be griefing and it could be chaos. So he said there's going to be. They said that they are not sure how they're going to cover PvP just yet in the game, which is really interesting. So they're not sure how they're going to how they're going to go at doing this just yet. I mean, but they said there very well might be a friendly fire / kind of passive mode like in Grand Theft Auto Online. He didn't say like Grand Theft Auto Online, but that's what he was hinting towards. There will be possibly like a passive mode thing. But he also said that the whole game's mostly going to be like trying to sneak around people, which I'll get to that and a little bit more of that later. But it's going to be like sneaking around people. How can you like getting past everybody? If that makes sense. So will there be friendly fire or passive mode? Yes. I'm not sure how it's going to be yet. He didn't really elaborate on it too much. But yes, I'm pretty sure there's going to be one. Now, let me kind of move on here. No NPCs. He said there will not be NPCs. There will be creatures and ghouls to fight, and there will be no bandits or raiders. That is from his mouth. But yeah. That is what he has said. Sorry about that. That's what he has said. There will be no NPCs. How that's eventually going to work out, I don't know. He said this is going to be a completely changing game over time. I mean, there's no NPCs at this moment, but could there be NPCs in the future? Who knows? If the community asks for it, we'll probably get it. Now, next, Mothman has been confirmed. This is a good one. He has confirmed Mothman will be in the game. He confirmed it. Now, he said it's going to act a whole lot differently than what we conventionally know. What this means, I don't know. What we conventionally know as Mothman. And it's not the bat. He said it is not the bat that we see in the trailers and the gameplay videos. It's actually, there is a Mothman in the game. Now, how this works yet, we don't know. He also confirmed that the Flatwoods Monster is also going to be in the game. It was confirmed, too. So, that's good. Got that out of the way. Huge map. The map is going to be 4 times the size of Fallout 4. That's pretty amazing. That's going to be really cool. So 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Huge map. Numerous things to do. Alright, moving on here. There will be a creation club, but it's only going to be for cosmetics. So, like, and he also said, made a point to say this, that you do not have to buy the cosmetic. If you just want to go ahead and get it, you can, but you do not have to buy this. It's microtransactions, but it's the same thing. You do not have to buy it. You can get them in game by leveling up and progressing through the story. But he said there will be microtransactions for cosmetics. That's pretty interesting. Now, vehicles. Can you drive? No. He has said that there will not be any vehicles in Fallout 76. No vehicles. You're going to be walking or maybe flying around on a jetpack. And there'll be no vehicles. There will be, but they just blow up. So when you shoot them, they blow up like in every other Fallout game. So that's pretty cool. So no vehicles. Now we're going to move on to the biggest thing here. Nukes. There will be live nukes in Fallout 76, but it's going to be kind of like an in-game thing. Not really in-game, but end of the main quest line thing in the game, where players will have to get nuclear launch codes. They'll put in the launch codes, and there's a million different things that could happen. There could be a cold war between players. They can just shoot nukes at each other. I mean, the possibilities are endless with this, so that's pretty cool. But it's going to be like, not everybody, like when you join a game, you're not going to just get hit by a nuke instantly. I mean, there's a lot of thought and processes that went in this, and a lot of levers that have to be pulled, like he said. So that's really interesting too. Settlement building. Let me get into this. The settlements will be relatively small, but big enough to house and build whatever you want to build, just in a smaller area. They added a lot of stuff to build in these settlements. Now, here's the big thing. Can they be destroyed? Yes, but they can be rebuilt just as easy as they got destroyed. What happens when you log off? Is it lost forever? No. It goes with you into a save file, however this works. And when you log off, it's gone. When you log back on, it's back. Now, you might be asking yourself, what if somebody has the exact same settlement right there where I just built mine? What's going to happen? Well, he said there's a trigger put in place where when that happens, the settlement is going to be put in a blueprint, and you can move your settlement other places. That's really cool. So, yeah. And if there's nobody there, then your settlement, go right when you log back on, it's going to be right there where you left it. So, that's really amazing. Movable settlements. You can also move your settlement wherever you want to move it. Use the same parts. And, really cool. Really revolutionary. I'm still very nervous about this game, but very revolutionary on Bethesda's part. And, it's really amazing. Now, private world, already went over this, but yeah, there will be a private world eventually, sometime after launch. Like I said, he kind of went back on what he said today, but if there's going to be mods and stuff, and players are going to want a private world, so there'll be a private world. However that's going to work, I don't know, but there more than likely will be. And I'll explain kind of what I think might happen in a little while. There's going to be a lot of Cold War stuff, like army base. It's put a big emphasis on that. A lot of army bases to explore. Lots of things to explore. Big, vibrant game. Lots of things to explore. Now, I'm kind of getting towards the end of my list here. There will be a large economy in the community. You can be a hunter and you can go and sell your game. You can be a salesman and sell your wares that you've accumulated. You can buy other people's wares and then sell those to other players. Really amazing, really interesting thing to think about. And it's all real people selling you stuff. So, really amazing. So there'll be a lot of selling and buying. And when you log off, if you're at what he called the hub, if you log off of the hub, if you log off the game, go to bed, whatever, you can have a robot to sell your stuff while you're gone. Kind of like in Diamond City with what's that? That Mr. Handy that sells stuff. I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, that Mr. Handy that sells stuff at night for the general goods store in Diamond City on Fallout 4. Pretty much like that. So while you're gone, sleeping, logged off, you'll sell your goods. When we'll get back on, you'll either accumulated money or accumulated items that players have sold you. So that's really cool. Now, let's get to how many people are going to be on the server. They said around 24 to 32. So I'm going to say around 30 because that's kind of like a random number. So around 30, maybe 32, but around 30 I think, because 24 is not enough and 32 sounds like too much. So I'm going to say about 30. So there'll be 30 people on the server. It's going to be different, I'm sure. If every server you go into, it's going to just be different things. And also, there's going to be teams of 4 you can get into. So, going back to the Fortnite scenario, kind of like duos and teams, you're going to be in a team of 4 going out into the wasteland doing your thing. So that's really amazing. Really cool. And yeah, really neat. Let me thank you. Oh, let me get back to what I was going to say. How it could work in a private session, considering either they're going to add in NPCs after times. Like I said, this could change at any time. They're either going to add in NPCs or they could actually very well do this where all the people that you've met are real people, but they're an NPC version of that person. They come into your game, they randomly spawn in the world. The people that you've met or came in contact with, or it might just be randomly generated actual people's characters that go on to the game in private mode, which could be very cool. Or it could just be where there could be no people in private mode, and you just fight. You can either invite people to your private world, or you can just fight monsters and ghouls by yourself. I mean, that's what I'm getting out of that. So, yeah, that's about most of the big things that came up today that people's been wanting to know about. That's pretty cool. I suggest you go and look at No Clip's video on the Fallout documentary and stuff like that, because that could be really cool. Now, while I have this open, I'm just going to look at some stuff and explain some stuff. Fallout76 screens. Oh, and apparently it's already available on BestBuy.com, so that's interesting. For pre-order, I'm sure, but here's a good example of what what it's all going to look like. You have different people. This looks like it'd be a team, or maybe this is the hub. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like a sales place, a big marketplace. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Very interesting. Here's another. I think it's the same. Is it the same people? That's the same person. Yeah, they're the same people. And they're looking off into the distance at the beautiful West Virginia landscape. Very neat, very interesting. Oh, there's going to be a picture mode. You're going to be taking pictures, and there's also going to be, they also said there's going to be a, like, masks and stuff you can get at a place called, it's a German settlement. I can't remember what it's called. Starts with an H. Hold on, I'll look it up in just a second. I don't know why that's there. It's another screen from the game. Here's one of the things you can find. Am I going to get the beta? I'm planning on pre-ordering this. I'm not the biggest fan of pre-ordering games, even though, see, what I do is I buy it right when it releases. Like, I'll be waiting in line and buy it, but I might pre-order this one. Because you get some pretty cool shiitake with it. You get a glowing map right here, and if you saw up there, let me go back up. You get a power armor, T-51B power armor helmet, West Tech bag. Oh, you get a bunch of cool stuff. You get some action. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pre-order that. That looks pretty neat. And I get in the I should get in the beta too, so that's pretty neat. Here's just a picture of them. Picture of Fallout 76 Vault. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. I like that. Yeah, so let's go back into it here. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, very, very broad and very interesting concept Bethesda's brought up to us. How it's going to work, I don't know, but it sounds majorly interesting, and I can't wait to see how it pans out. I mean, I can't wait to play it. Here's the one of the little videos. Here's the nukes you can shoot. There's been a lot of little videos on these. There's some of the nukes you can fire off. Because West Virginia is the seat of all the nuclear secrets, of course. So there you go. Some little lore for you right there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that either. We got the guide here. So this is a video I can play. It's literally just a picture. It's a video, but it's just a picture for some reason. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the presentations I was looking for. I'm going to end on these.
As you venture out into this new American frontier, some of your fellow survivors may not be neighborly.
Yeah, this is how the PvP is supposed to work. So they made a point to say it's going to play a lot like Fallout 4 and previous Fallout games, but it's online.
Chin up there, sport. Not all Vault 76 dwellers will be so hostile. Find them and brave the new world together. Whether you choose to explore the wasteland alone or with friends, your days will be filled with fun activities.
I guess you can have a band too. That'd be cool to have a traveling band in Fallout 4. I've never known that would be actually kind of cool, having a traveling damn band. You can play songs for money. You can have a birthday party, invite people over, pay them. Oh, there you go. There's just some revenue. That's really nice. Giant sloth. Mega sloth. Alright. I don't want to watch that. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Who uploaded these? Is this Bethesda? No, it's just random ass people.
After thermonuclear war, man's towering industrial marvels may no longer stretch to the heavens. What separates man from beast? It is his desire to build. Get started with CAPS, the construction and assembly mobile platform. Construct your home of the future.
So yeah, this is a settlement building.
You can now craft handmade ordnance at your leisure.
So it takes a lot of assets from Fallout 4, which is pretty neat. Well, I mean, see, they started working on this right when Fallout 4 was released, so that makes sense that most of it is Fallout 4 assets, it looks like. Which I'm sure there's going to be numerous new assets too, but I mean, I'm just saying the way I see it.
Don't become too attached too quickly. Monitor your environment for anything out of the ordinary. The home of tomorrow may undergo certain challenges. After a crisis, work with your neighbors to ensure success. There's no I in nuclear wasteland. Document your adventures. Your memories will shape the new American dream. What's that sound? Oh, dear. There goes the neighborhood.
Let's see if I can find another one. There we go. Found one. I probably should have done this live.
Atomics for peace. When you emerge from the comfort and safety of your vault, the world you know will have changed. Take your friendly old neighbor Johnny. Rather than coming over to borrow a cup of sugar, he may now be coming over for murder. The time has come
Johnny.
to seek out greater means of protection. Nuclear armaments. That's right. Courtesy of your Uncle Sam, these wonders of the atomic age can be found right in your own backyard. But how does a fella like you acquire nuclear weapons, you may ask? Begin by inquiring with the locals. Gently coax them into cooperation.
Ask gently. I like
Use
it.
a little elbow grease if you have to. In the likely event you don't acquire a full code on your own, do not give up. Search for others who might be harboring a grudge. You'll have that nuclear launch code in no time. With the power of the atom at your fingertips, be responsible and consider your target carefully.
Attention. Launch sequence activated.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's the nukes and stuff. That's the nukes you can get, and they said it'll be like an
Will your
in-game thing.
bomb land on a rival camp of degenerates? A random stranger? The local wildlife?
Oh,
Whatever your target may be, take advantage of the resulting fallout to gather rare and valuable resources.
Snelly Gaster. Death claws.
Yet these rewards don't come without risk. The fate of this new world is yours to command with the power of the atom.
Yeah, those are really interesting. I'm glad they put out these videos. Yeah, I've already looked at all of them right there. Well, that's about it for my Fallout thing today. Just wanted to give y'all some stuff that's been confirmed and stuff we can look forward to. I'm gonna keep on making videos about this. Before I go, I'm going to show you a picture of the video I just made. I'm just gonna go ahead and I feel like I didn't include enough screenshots of this thing, so because it's gonna start getting popular real fast. Yeah, look, it's already so let's see what we get here. Yeah, so there it is. See, that's like a close-up of that monster I said that was the Flatwood monster. It looks a lot like the Flatwoods monster. So, there you go. There's that. I just feel like I needed to show that before I got off here. I don't know what that is. Somebody's crappy drawing. Yeah, so there you go. There's that again. So, thank y'all for watching this video. Please drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I really appreciate it. And y'all have a good one. Thanks for joining me. See y'all.